on. Hello and welcome to my channel, Stitches with Love. My name is Elizabeth. This is my corner of the world where I share all about my knitting adventures on and off the needles. And today I have nothing off the needles to share with you, but I do have some progress on a couple of things that are currently on. So if you're interested, grab a cup of something to sip on and a project if you have anything going, and I'm going to get started. All right, so first things first, my May socks are not done, but they're really, really close. So stay tuned and I will show you those when I actually finish them. I am done with, well, that's not entirely accurate. I ran out of yarn to finish the May section of the scrap blanket that I'm making. I don't have quite enough that I can finish this little section here, so I still have I think a little ball of it that I can use. If not, then I will just come up with a different plan. But for all intents and purposes, I have the May section done on my cozy memory blanket, coziest memory blanket. And you know, I really like how it turned out. I really like this self-striping yarn, how it looks in a square. Very happy with how that turned out. So at some point I will get that little square finished off so that I have it all ready to go on the June section. And since we're talking about socks of the month, I have the June socks of the month started and really good progress made. I actually had more progress made, but then I decided I really did not like the way it was looking. I was going to do some stripes with the coordinating color, and it looked okay. I wasn't crazy about doing stripes. I think because it's such a light color, it kind of got lost in the main colorway. So my thinking instead is to use the peaches colorway for the toe of the sock, and maybe for the heels too. I might do heels and toes because it looks fine if it's a large chunk of this color, but not so great as stripes. So I ripped it all back over the weekend, and I'm gonna make them a little bit longer, I think. There is sort of a recipient in mind. We have Bunko coming up again this month. So if we're able to meet, then I'm hoping to have these done, and that will be the prize I bring to contribute to Bunko night. So we'll see if these actually get done. If not, then I will come up with something else. So June socks of the month. I guess I sort of showed you how much I have started. They would have been a lot farther had I not ripped it out, but I just didn't like it. And if I'm not enjoying a project, then chances are I'm not going to finish it. All right. I have been collecting all of my scraps again. I'm kind of into scrap projects right now. It's taken me a while to figure out what to do with them. So I started this blanket, and it's been a while since I've shown it, and I don't remember if I've actually made any progress since I've shown it to you last. This is another Coziest Memories blanket made with all kinds of lovely scraps in my stash. Not really giving a lot of thought as far as which way the stripes are going, the increases. Maybe I should, but I don't think I'd care that much. And I think it just adds to the scrappy, cozy feeling of the blanket. So I'm slowly making my way through this one. This is made entirely of single-stranded fingering weight yarn. So I'm only using one strand at a time to make each square and smaller needles. Whereas with this one, my sock of the month blanket, I'm using two strands of each color and larger needles, and it makes it more like a DK weight. So this blanket will be a little sturdier and definitely warmer and heavier weight than this one, simply because of the way I hold my yarn and the size needles. Neither one of those have deadlines. Neither one of them I'm really thinking of when I want to have it done. Just I work on them as I work on them, and they get done when they get done. But these are all of the scraps that I have left from the two scrappy shawls I made, and then with the blankets I'm making. Right now, this is what I have left. Can you see that? Well, not a huge variety of colors right now. And it's quite a lot less than what I started with. But what I've been doing as I work them into my blankets and I use them for socks or whatever, sometimes I have just really, really tiny amounts left where it's not really enough to work into a blanket, but I don't really want to throw it away. And I thought it might be kind of a fun thing to do a magic knot ball with all of my scraps that are just really tiny bits and pieces. So what I've been doing, I keep them in a separate bag so that I don't get it confused with my other scraps rolling around in the basket. And then my thinking is I will use the magic knot ball and do something. I'm kind of thinking another scrappy shawl just because I loved making those. It was so much fun. Or maybe another Musselburgh hat. I've been wanting to make another one of those. Maybe scrappy socks, although I don't know that I really want to do, I don't know if I want to do socks with this particular scrap ball. So I don't know. If you have any ideas, I'd love to hear them. Right now, I'm really leaning toward doing a scrappy shawl with it and just seeing what the result is. So I've got a magic knot ball started. It lives in my scrap basket because that just seems to be the most sensible place to keep it. And trying to think, I think that's all as far as monthly projects go. I just received my June Yarnable subscription colorway. I shared that in, I think, my previous video. It has not been wound up. Nothing has been started. Probably will definitely be socks, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do it this year or save them for maybe winter time. And then I have one of my newer cast-ons that I've actually made some pretty decent progress on. I'm very proud of myself. This is the Marguerite cropped cardigan. I think I got the title right. And it is going to be, I hope, finished by July 1st. We have family photos on July 3rd. Now, I am modifying this slightly, partly for sake of time, and partly because I got tired of doing the lace work. And I think it's still going to be beautiful, and it's still going to look just fine. I don't know how many stitches are on my needles right now, hundreds, lots of stitches. It does curl a little bit, and I think it would probably still curl even if I did do the full 3 inches of lace work. But I'm pretty confident that once it's been washed and blocked, it will be just fine. So I did shorten both the length and the amount of lace work here at the bottom. I'm now working on the, I don't know if you can see it real well right now, but I am working on the side decreases. So this is the back of the sweater. And then I'm working on the decreases for the front, this bit here. So it will shape kind of this way. So it'll wrap around and then have sort of, not quite a V-neck, but it'll shape like this. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well. Anyway, use your imagination. So I'm on the shaping, and then my goal is to get that done this week and hopefully have a good chunk of the front sections done, because what you do is you do all one piece, then you divide to do one piece of the front, then you put your needles on the other side, and then it all comes together from there. You do the sleeves, and then voila, you're done. So we'll see how well it goes. I have been working on this pretty solidly over the past couple of days to get it done. So we'll see. I'll keep you all posted. I really like the yarn I'm using. Right now, I'm still on the first ball of it. This is all that I have left, and this is as much as I've gotten done. If you're curious, the yarn I'm using is, it's baby cotton from Yarn Art, and I believe it's 100% cotton. Oh no, it's not either. It's 50% cotton and 50% acrylic, which is not typically my favorite blend to work with. But I wanted something lightweight and summery, and this fit the bill just fine. So it is a fine weight yarn, but it looks more like, I don't know, a light sport, but it's great. I'm really enjoying it. And I think that is all I have to share with you today. What are you working on this week? Anything exciting? Do you have anything on the needles? Anything you've casted off the needles? Anything you want to work on? I'm really curious. Put a comment below. I'd love to have some interaction and find out what other people are doing in their own knitting adventures. Until next time, happy knitting, and God loves you very much. Bye.